Alright. So I arrived in Thailand in September 2019 and it was like going from an atmospheric jungle wilderness to the beating heart of a world city. Thailand, I feel such a strong connection here. It's probably the one place in the world that feels livable for me, and did get soaking wet by a sudden rainstorm one time. I got a great deal on the apartment, a 2-bedroom for the price of a 1-bedroom for 2 months, 10 minutes walk from Walking Street, and that's not a bad view from your window. It was a good price, around £500 a month, around 20,000 Thai baht. No cleaner. But, still, magnificent value. More food options? Nightlife options. Infinitely better gym. Big screen TV. It was a real pleasure to see that, actually. The majesty of a good view is a pleasure. In 2019 I found it was vibing there. As I say, you've got Russian tourists, Chinese tourists, Western tourists, Indian tourists, lots of expats, lots of long-term stay people, loads of Asians, along with Thai people, of course. Now, the second place I moved into, a 1-bed. It was not as nice as my previous apartment, a 2-bed. As well as the superb pool, it had a fantastic recreation room that I had access to. But I didn't really make the most use out of it, because they used to say that you can only use the air conditioner for 1 hour. So I would just go up there for short periods, mainly around sunset, which is how they probably liked it. If I had the air conditioner control, I would probably have stayed there for 4 to 6 hours a day. I was there for Christmas and New Year as we entered 2020. These 2 accommodations were in the range of about £500 to £600 a month all in. Put it this way, I was paying around the same amount in 2001 to 2002 living in just a room in a shared apartment in West London. This is some artistic film making right here. Apologies for the graininess of the camera. It's early days for the channel. I trust you will bear with me and grow with me as we turn this into a more professional setup. It's about the quality of the content. I hope you're enjoying this as I take you on a journey to infinite abundance, with infinite abundance, from infinite abundance, with love. Then I moved, after bumping into an old friend. He told me about this place, Sombat Residence. It's a bit of an unknown, old building, but the location is great on Pratanak Soi 4. The desk seemed more like a work desk, and it was a good budget option. Whereas the other place had been nice, but not so much for the working aspect, which was a dining table, but more for the sofa and television aspect. There was a balcony as well, with a little seating area. At this point, it was January 2020, and I was still building for the future and didn't have a lot of money coming in, so saving money on rent meant that I had more money in my pocket to maximize my physical health by eating well, and also my mental health by going out about once a week. I sacrificed the big screen TV and sofa aspect. But I had loved having those things from September as I didn't even have a TV in Bali. I also continued to eat good. I always do, actually. That's paneer, which is a vegetarian protein like cheese. Healthy and delicious. That's that strawberry juice that I was telling you about in the Chiang Mai video. And you see some of the quality of the produce there. A how to guide. Papayas there. Eggs are there. Macadamia nuts. Coconut. Pumpkin seeds. Coffee. And that's me making that paneer at home. You can buy paneer there and cook it up with some spinach, which is one of my favorite Indian dishes. And that's Georgian food. I don't know any other places, apart from Thailand, where I have lived, where you can just go walk and pick up a Georgian from near your house. And that's papaya, with the seeds, with lime. That's hummus. Arabic food is one of my favorite things to eat in Thailand. Good for the hot climate. So, now, we're into 2020. We had lockdowns. But, quite soon after I moved into this accommodation, lockdown was lifted so I could go to the gym, but, of course, things weren't totally normal in terms of tourist activity. There was a visa amnesty and I just made the decision that I wanted to stay in Thailand and focus on online business. I knew that in the new normal, it was more important than ever to have a nice place, so I doubled the amount I was paying on rent, which still wasn't as much as what I paid in Bali. The Arabic restaurant was shut. But, I developed a love for ordering a Sunday roast delivery, mainly from Nikki's, and it was really high quality. I enjoyed it a lot. A big thing was having a nice place to enjoy quality time. I figured, rightly, that it would be a lot better to have a nice place where you could date people, and spend time with them. Also, the piece to resistance of this accommodation is the spacious, sea view balcony. So you can see how it dominates the layout. The apartment benefits from lots of natural light. The balcony, itself, was well shaded and comfortable in the day or night. You can air the place out with the sea breeze. I used the balcony a lot. It never got stuffy or claustrophobic. The view was very inspiring and enjoyable. Greatly romantic when dating. I had some good dates there, mainly with one girl, but by the time I left I was with another girl, but couldn't really get serious as I knew I was going to the UK. She drove me to the airport though. She had a nice vehicle and was trying business as a driver. The only slight thing was that if you look over this balcony here, there's a pool. So, there were occasions when I was woken up by people in the pool. But what made up for that was that they didn't allow swimming at night. So they used to shut down the pool at 7 p.m. So, after about 7 p.m., you're guaranteed, pretty much, silence basically. Overall, this place is nice. Very nice. Look at the skylines. It's not a bad place to live, is it? Food-wise, the potential to get yourself a nice accommodation where you can actually feel you've got a bit of privacy and a bit of space. Can't get enough of these skylines. That's probably the best one that I've seen. Take a look at that. In Thailand the sky is the most beautiful and it's just everyday life.